Welcome back, friends. Today we will discuss the best lab MCQs on instrumentation, and in these MCQs basically we will focus on the principles of instrumentation, what type of instruments use and what are their principles. So basically the principles of instruments will be discussed in these MCQs, and I hope these MCQs will be very helpful for your studies also, and for working point of view also you can understand what type of principles machines are using. So we will start our MCQs. Question number 1. The source of radiant energy in atomic absorption spectrophotometer is option A halo anode lamp, option B halo cathode lamp, option C halogen vapor lamp, and option D deuterium lamp. And the answer for this question is option B halo cathode lamp. Actually, halo cathode lamp emitting the line spectrum of the pure metal of the measured element. Question number 2. Nephelometers measure light. Option A scattered at a right angle to the light path. Option B absorbed by suspended particles. Option C transmitted by no particulate mixture. Option D reflected back to the source from opaque suspension. And the answer for this question is option A. Nephelometers measure light scattered at a right angle to the light path. This is actually, we can say that this is a principle of nephelometers. Question number 3. Which of the following is used to verify wavelength setting for narrow bandwidth spectrophotometer? Options are option A cadmium filter, option B prisms, option C holmium oxide glass, and option D is diffraction gratings. And the answer for this question is option C. Holmium oxide glass is used to verify wavelength setting for narrow bandwidth spectrophotometer. Actually, wavelength accuracy is an essential performance parameter to be tested for the spectrophotometer, and for narrow bandwidth for the narrow spectral bandwidth instruments, holmium oxide glass may be scanned over the range of 280 to 650 nanometer, and the material shows very sharp absorbance peak at a well-defined wavelength. And prisms and diffraction gratings are monochromatic devices, and the cadmium filter is used with broader bandwidth instruments. Question number 4. The measurement of light scattered by the particles in the sample is principle of option A spectrophotometer, option B fluorometry, option C nephelometry, option D atomic absorption. And the answer for this question is option C nephelometry. Nephelometric methods are based upon light scattered being proportional to the number of particles in suspension, such as antibody-antigen complexes, which are physically larger than uncomplex molecules. Question number 5. In spectrophotometer, light of a specific wavelength is isolated from the light source by the option A double beam, option B monochromator, option C aperture, option D slit. And the answer for this question is option B monochromator. Light from the lamp or light source of a photometer is reduced to a specific wavelength by the monochromators. And in spectrophotometers, diffraction grate is used as a monochromator. Question number 6. Chromatography is based on the principle of option A differential solubility, option B gravity, option C vapor pressure, and option D temperature. And the answer for this question is option A differential solubility. That is Basis of chromatography. Question number 7. One means of checking spectrophotometer wavelength calibration in the visible range is by using option A Quartus filter, option B diffraction grating, option C Quartus prism, option D Dimium filter. And the answer for this question is option D. Dimium filters, sorry if I pronounce wrong, is the correct answer. Is used as a visual, we can say that visual wavelength calibration is done by using dimium filters. Question number 8. In spectrophotometry, the device that allows for a narrow band of wavelength is the option A halocathode lamp, option B monochromator, option C refractometer, option D photodetector. And the answer for this question is monochromator. Monochromator is a device that allows for narrow band of wavelength in spectrophotometer. Question number 9. The nanometer is a measurement of option A wavelength of radiant energy, option B specific gravity, option C density, option D intensity of light. And the answer for this question is option A wavelength of radiant energy. Nanometer, we can say nanometer is also, we can say that nanometer is the unit for wavelength. Question number 10. In a double beam photometer, the additional beam is used to option A compensate for variation in wavelength, option B correction for variation in the light source intensity, option C correct for changes in light path, option D compensate for variation in slit width. And the answer for this question is option B. The additional beam is used to for correction for variation in the light source intensity. Other detectors do not describe double beam in space. Question number 11. In electrophoresis, buffers what is the function of buffers? Option A stabilize electrolytes, option B maintain basic pH, option C act as a carrier for ions, and option D produce an effect on protein configuration. And the answer for this question is option C act as a carrier for ions. As you know, electrophoresis involves the migration of charged molecules or particles in a liquid medium under the influence of an electric field. So there are three roles of buffer. First, to carry the applied current. Second, to establish the pH for the electrophoresis procedure. And third, to determine the electric charge on the solutes. Next question is question number 12. An ion selective electrode measures the option A activity of one ion only, option B concentration of one ion only, option C activity of one ion much more than other ions present, and option D activity of H plus ions only. And the answer for this question is option C. An ion selective electrode measures the activity of one ion much more than other ions present. And ISE respond to the individual ion present in a sample. Question number 13. In a centrifugal analyzer, centrifugal force is used to option A add reagents to the rotor, option B transfer liquid from the inner disc to the outer cuvette, option C measures changes in optical density in the centrifugal force field, and option D counteract the tendency of precipitates to settle in the cuvette. And the answer for for this question is option B. Centrifugal force is used to transfer liquid from the inner disc to the outer cuvette. Question number 14. Which of the following immunoassay labels offer the greatest detection limit? Option A fluorescence, option B electrochemiluminescence, option C radioactivity, option D chemiluminescence. And the answer for this question is option B electrochemiluminescence. These labels are very useful because they provide very low levels of detection with little or no background interference. So this MCQ video is going to complete here. I know this video maybe you find very boring, because for me also it was very boring topic to prepare, but that was one of the important topic also to make MCQs on instrumentation principles. I hope this will be useful for your studies and exams point of view especially, and in your job MCQs mostly some MCQs are coming especially from spectrophotometer, electrophoresis. So this video will be helpful, so try to watch this video again and again and share with your friends whose exams are near. Best of luck, take care yourself. I will meet with you with new lecture as soon as possible. Thank you so much.